Hey, what's up, baby child? It's your girl, Cree-Angel, your hostie with the mostie. I only come on here when the Lord yells me to help equip, empower, and help elevate God's children out to the best of our ability, but His. If you are new to this channel, this podcast, this ministry, whatever you want to call it, go ahead, follow, like, subscribe. Why are you just skimming past watching us when you know you want to tune in? You know you want to be in partnership and community. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button because God has called us to walk this life together and not apart. I was not planning to get on here tonight. If I'm being quite honest with you, I don't know why the accent changed, but my intention was not to get on here. My intention was never to get on here. My intention was, I don't know if y'all can see, but I'm folding laundry. I'm hanging things up. I'm getting my space in order. Okay? I'm getting my things in order. And yet and still, the Lord letteth me to make a video. So here we are. The Lord led you here for a reason and a season, so why not get into it, okay? We're going to be, what's it called? We're going to be transparent. We're going to be honest. We're going to be vulnerable. Because I feel it cooking in my spirit. I feel this subject. I feel this inkling cooking in my spirit. And all jokes aside, I want to set the record straight. And I know when we hear set the record straight, we think negativity off rip. We think that, oh, this is going to go negative. Oh, this is going to be bad. But let me be honest. This is not anything negative. Do not take a negative connotation to let's set the record straight. This is actually a positive thing. This is something that's going to route you to being more edified, being equipped, having a better understanding of what is really going on. Because if we're being real, you never know what truly is going on behind the scenes of somebody's life. Like, nobody really knows what's going on in your life, and nobody really knows what's going on in someone else's life. They can post, they can show you all that they can, but they're never going to show you everything, okay? With a side note to that, they won't show you everything, and they are not obligated to show you everything. That might just be for somebody. You are in a space, in a place, in a season where you feel like you need to flaunt what you flaunt, tell what you tell. But God is telling you that I need you to hide this thing. Hide it in the depths of your heart. Because you can show certain things, but you can't show the details. You can't show what God is doing. You can't show the lining. Because if we're being honest, what God is showing you, what God is walking you through, you are in the baby stage. You're in the milk phase. And He's saying that the enemy comes for the baby. The enemy comes for the child. The enemy comes for the one he feels like cannot produce. Because it's not covered all the way. It's not surrounded. It's not protected. It's not foundated. And so with this being said, a lot of us are looking at social medias. We're looking at other people's businesses. We're thinking and predicating off of what the eye can see, the natural eye can see, not knowing what's really going on in the spiritual divine realm. All right. So with me saying, let's get the record straight. I know I'm getting a lot of new viewers. I'm getting a lot of people who have, you're passing by my page and you're seeing all this content. You're seeing all these things. And usually I'm a very private person. Yes, I'm very extroverted. Yes, I love to talk to people, be one with others. But I'm actually very private. You will not really know what is truly going on in my life like that. But who are we to say what can be shown and what not can be shown? We serve a God that when He says it's go time, it's go time. We serve a God when He says that you need to say yes and He shows you a thing, you have to choose. Am I going to be obedient or am I going to stray away? And so me personally, if I could pick my life, like many of you, if we could pick our life, we would not show the very things that we are going through. We would not testify to what is going on in our life, because if we're being honest, there's a vulnerability of showing and casting your light. That's what the church doesn't talk about enough. There is a vulnerability in casting your light. There is a transparency that gets put in the forefront of your life, and you're just like, God, I didn't ask to be in the front. God, I didn't ask to go through this. God, I didn't know that you were going to do what you were going to do. Let's be honest for a second. Raise your hand if you're just like, if I had the choice and I knew that saying yes to this thing in my life, wherever God is calling me, wherever God is pushing and pressing and impeding me on, I would have never said yes. I would have never said yes to this thing, because let's be real. A lot of our social medias, a lot of what people are watching us go through, they think it's easy, but it's not easy. It's not easy being put in the light. Everyone wants to be an influencer. Everybody wants to be the preacher, the teacher. Everybody wants to be the celebrity. Everybody wants to be known, but nobody ever talks about the weight of being in the light. The weight of being in the light is expensive. Like I said this in a previous episode, the weight of being in the light is expensive. It's expensive to be you. It's expensive because your oil costed something. The same way that Jesus was persecuted and put on the cross is the same way that we have to go through our own persecutions. He was put in the light. Why do you think when you begin to read early in the Old Testament, when Jesus was going through what he was going through, and he's being transformed and conformed to not this world but the Lord, that he began to say, like, hey, don't say I'm the Messiah. Don't. He wasn't disregarding his call, but he understood that being in the light is expensive. There's a time for me to be out. Because let's be real, let's be honest. If God... Let's take God out. Let's be practical right now. I'm going to be straight and practical. What if you were given full access right now to do whatever you want to do, how you wanted to do it in this season? God showed you the vision. God showed you the thing. But he's like, you know what? If you want to go, you can go. How many of us would ruin it prematurely? Because a lot of us have prayed like, God, put me in that business. God, make me the CEO. God, make me be the husband and wife. God, let me be the mother and the father. But yet and still, if you got to be in that situation right now, be honest with yourself. Because I ask myself this question all the time. The things that I am praying for, am I prepared for it? Am I going to bleed on it? Am I going to steward it? And that's a very hard pill to swallow for people today. Is to ask ourselves, God, is this okay? Am I okay? Am I qualified? And let's be real, you're never going to be qualified. You're never going to be enough. Because God has told us to not lean on our own strength, but to lean on his. So when you get in a thing that you feel disqualified, then you are able to depend on him and say, God, not by my might, not by my power, but by your spirit. I'm going to be honest, getting on the live, getting on TikTok, filming and posting all of my episodes on YouTube, child, is giving, like, it stretches me. Because it's like, I can't do this on my own. I need to do this with you. Because you're the one that brought me here. So, like, if I do this in my own strength and my own power, then I'm going to bleed on this thing. Yes. With visibility comes responsibility. We got to be more intentional about being put in the light. Because the light costs, y'all. I just need people to understand this. Because 2026... God told me that this is the year of release. When you begin to release things that kept you bound, when you begin to release mindsets, beliefs, patterns, habits, word curses, if you begin to release, he's going to release a portion onto you. But guess what? When he releases it, you're going to be released into the light. You're going to walk in rooms that you were never thinking that you could ever walk in. You're going to meet people, encounter people, partner with people you never thought you'd be positioned for. Because God is saying, what you've been doing in the dark with me, I'm about to push you into the light. Some of us got to prepare ourselves. I don't know about you, but you got to mature more than ever. You can't complain and bicker and make excuses why you're not where you are yet. God is saying, I've given you all power. I've given you direction. I've given you power and authority. I've given you things, but have you used what I've given you? Have you used in my prayer? Have you used my breath? Have you used the blood? Have you used the victory? Have you used my wisdom? Like, have you picked up what I gave you already? You keep asking for more when God is saying too much is given, much is required. I already gave you a portion of myself and you haven't used it yet. So why would I give you anything more when you haven't even used what I already gave in you? That just might have been somebody's answer. You've been asking for more, but you haven't used what you already gotten. I'm about to get there. I'm about to get there. You've been asking for more when you haven't used what he already gave you. Do y'all hear words coming out of my mouth? It's not even my words. It's the Holy Spirit words, because I want to give him all the respect and the honor. But I really want us to be better in 2026. I don't want us to be like the Israelites when they continue to walk in the wilderness over and over, repeating the same thing over and over. I believe that it's not the enemy putting you in this cycle. It's you. So when you believe finally that, you know what? It's my time. Today is the end. I believe a big shift is going to happen for you. That's wrong. Clock it. Oh, I hang around them kids too much. He said his job is to use you. Your job is to be prepared. Are you prepared in this season? Are you prepared? Or are you sitting back waiting on God? Because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know about y'all, but for me, God ain't waiting. Look, God waiting on me. I'm not waiting on him. There's no more excuses in this season. It's me versus me. Am I going to stand up? Am I going to have confidence? Am I going to believe? Am I going to plan? Am I going to steward? Am I going to save? Am I going to do what I need to do? Because there are things that God has placed in my heart, and I know he's placed it in yours. And he's saying, are you ready? Are you ready to be used? All he needs is your yes. I don't know. I just felt somebody with that. Oh, he just needs your yes. You're thinking, I got to get this in order. I got to get this in order. I got to get this in order. When did he ever said you had to do all of that? All he needs is your yes. And when you begin to say yes, then he'll begin to light every path. He says that every time you take a step, he is a lamp unto my feet, a light unto my path. That's why I love the word of the Lord, because when I get in him, then he gets in me, then I am directed to the way I'm supposed to go. Maybe we're lost because we lost the one that was our actual navigation. He's the true GPS. I don't know about y'all. I know my roads. I know my roads. I know my highways. But I love to use my GPS because I don't want to act too prideful. I don't want to act like I know everything when I need to pull my GPS out so it can tell me, hey, up ahead you have traffic. I get it. I get it. I know exactly where to go. I know the route to take. But something always tells me, turn your GPS on. Turn your GPS on, because your GPS does know something you don't know. You don't know that there was an accident up on 635. You don't know that I was actually covering you on I-30. You don't know what's up ahead. There's a reason I rerouted you, because if you took the route you were going to take, then a car would have hit you, and I was trying to protect you. But because you want to move in pride, because you wanted to be in your ego. So how many of us right now are walking without our GPS? I don't know about y'all, but my GPS is the Lord. Oh, he's the Lord. I love the Lord. I love him. Because without him, where would I be? Without them, where would I be? Baby, I'm a sinner saved by his grace. You're a sinner saved by his grace. You're a sinner saved by his grace. I don't know about y'all, but I love me some G-O-D. Because without him, where would I be? And I'm getting on here to tell you, one, your light is expensive. Your light is expensive. Not just anybody can have access to you in this season. Not just anything should have you. Like, you have to be so discerned and wise in this season who your circle is, who you speak to, how you speak to them. Like, be very careful who you put your mouth on in this season, because the very person you might put your mouth on may be the person that holds the keys to your breakthrough. I don't know about y'all, but every time I see somebody, when a thought comes to my mind, I rebuke myself. I go, ooh, nope. Because God is so funny that he will take the very one that you thought was beneath you and he will put them above you. I'm just trying to tell y'all, God was so nice that he did it to me one time. He was like, if you really play with me, I'm going to show you. And he showed me, because there was somebody at my job that in my mind, I never said it out really, but in my mind, I was thinking that, oh, you're this, oh, you're that. Why are you in this position? And then when I came back to the job, God began to show me. He was like, you have to watch who you put your mouth on. You don't know what I'm producing. You don't know how they see you as. You don't know the light that you carry. Thank God that I knew to keep my mouth shut and just let my thoughts run rampant. Thank God for God's grace for covering my thoughts. Baby. Because if he didn't cover my thoughts, Thank God I know my word like I know my tongue. My thoughts and my tongue are just as powerful. Some of you think your thoughts aren't as powerful as your tongue. Your tongue is powerful, but them thoughts? Why do you think the Lord says renew your mind every day, every second? He says renew it because those thoughts can go powerful. The thoughts drop into your heart. And whatever your heart produces, out of your heart flows the abundance. So if my mind takes an account for it, it takes a receipt, it drops down to my heart, and then my heart begins to keep account for it, and now my tongue begins to precede everything that my mind was thinking. That's why the word says to watch your eye gates, watch your ear gates, watch what you allow in. That's why I said be very careful what you allow in this season. You can't, I don't know, look, maybe I'm the only one. Maybe I'm talking to myself. But I'm in consecration mode right now because there is something coming that I cannot miss. I'm covering my eyes. I'm covering my ears. I'm making sure my spirit is protected. I'm not isolating myself. I'm consecrating myself. I'm making sure that anything that carries a counterfeit cannot touch me. I'm making sure anything that might be betrayal, that might be persecution, anything that might be filthy. I'm not saying that if you a sinner, I'm not talking to you. No, I'm talking about anything that could corrupt or disrupt or take me away from where God is ordaining me. Baby, it ain't happening. Your girl ain't watched Netflix since the new year started. And haven't. Because my mind is set on something bigger. My spirit feels it. I don't like, you can say it in the chat if you're in agreement with me. But my spirit, it's something about my spirit. I just know something's on the way. I don't know, it's something in my spirit where I have a tracking device. That's why I'm thankful that I have my Father, because he is my ultimate GPS. And because I have the GPS in me who's giving me alerts saying, hey, watch this. Hey, watch that. Now I'm over here. My spirit is just like, I may not see it in the natural, but something in my spirit already partnered up with something. And who would I be to jump out of what I feel in my spirit because of something I'm seeing in my natural, because of something I decided to connect with in my natural? Some of you guys might need to double check your territory because you got wolves in sheep's clothing. They look good. They look shiny. Oh, but they got the money. Oh, but they're the preacher and the teacher. Watch they fruit and watch they root. That is what I live by. I don't just look at the fruit. The fruit can look one way, but that root is going to tell me everything. That root is going to tell me when the winds and the waves come, are you still going to be planted? Are you really who you say you are? I don't know about y'all. But the root and the fruit got to be connected for me. I can't just see fruit and I can't just see root. I got to see both. Hannah Montana, she said it best. You get the best of both worlds. I got to see both in this season because, again, my light is expensive. He put something in me. I cannot afford to forfeit my inheritance. Because like Jacob and Esau, I cannot afford over some soup, over something temporary, to take away from something that's supposed to have longevity, from something that's supposed to be everlasting, from something that's supposed to foundate me and sustain me all the days of my life, where I'm going to get ye a blessing that will overflow me, that is going to have my head on a woo. Do y'all hear the words coming out of my mouth? Your light is expensive, and maybe somebody's light feels diminished. It feels like, not me, won't happen, you're talking to somebody else. But I need someone to have their hope come back. Your light is worthy. Maybe you don't believe it, but I live by Matthew 5:14. It says that I'm a light of this world, that I cannot be dim. I am a light post. Baby, my light should be going like this, nonstop. You wonder why God positioned you at that workplace? You want to know why God put you in that dark area? It's not because he wanted you to go through warfare. It's not because he wanted you cornered. He wanted you to see what was really on the inside of you. Oh, I don't know who that's for. But he put you in that family. He put you in that environment. He put you in that friend group. He put you in the dark place so that your light may be seen. You can't be seen next to light. I'm going to be honest. I got a light here and I got a light there. And I am a light. Yes, you see it. But it's only in a dark place that you see the expense of the light. It's not until the power goes out in your place, then you have to light a candle, then you see the worth of that candle. God's saying, I put you there so you could see what I put on the inside of you. Because if I put you on a high place, you would have never saw your light. If I put you in this low place, though, if I put you in this cave, you would begin to see what is really on the inside of you. I believe when Jonah was in the whale was dark. And it was when he had to sit there for a second and just really talk to God and say that I've been running and I don't know why I'm running. I know what you called me to. And yes, I'm scared to what you called me to. And yes, I see the way. And yes, I feel what the assignment is. But at the end of the day, I have to say yes. My yes is connected. My yes is connected. So maybe when you go into that workplace tomorrow, instead of holding a grudge, instead of being mean, be the light. If they are irritated by how you are moving, you are irritating a demon. We battle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, baby, you got to know y'all's word. When I began to start to understand that, God, you put me in the dark so my light could be seen. Baby, let me tell you something. I work in education. I'm a teacher. Lord, I love them babies. People don't like kids. I love kids. I ride or die for the children because that's the next generation. I was once a child and I wanted to be poured into. So who am I to skip over a child when they're going to become me one day? And my coworkers used to look at me so dirty because all the children empathized with me. They understood me. They wanted to come to Coach Cree's classroom. They wanted to tell Coach Cree things. Like they came to me more than the counselor. They came more to me than the actual teacher that they liked. I never even taught their subject, but it was my light that was pulling them. But at the same time, while my light is pulling light, the thing that was dark is getting irritated. And God began to tell me, don't be offended by them. It's the spirit in them offended by you. Your spirit is, it's offending demons. It's offending the enemy's plan. It's offending the schemes. You need to start, I don't know about y'all, but I'm a little gangster. I'm a little Simon Peter with it, okay? I'm a little Simon Peter with it. I like cutting ears in the spirit. Why are you scared of a witch? Why are you scared of the devil? Why are you scared of warfare? Why are you scared when you don't, do you not know who you are acquainted with? Do you not know who you associated with? Do you not know who your father is, your dog is? Baby, this is how I talk to the devil. And I'm messy. Nothing against bald people. This is how I say it. You bald head scallywag, you got kicked out of heaven. You got to feel peace, no love, sit rightfully with him. You didn't have to get big backed or nothing. You didn't have to worry about a belly. You didn't have to worry about no disease, no sickness. But yet and still you got kicked out. Let me tell you something. You can't talk to me, devil. Jesus died for me. He didn't die for you. One thing about two things for sure. You're not about to make me sell my inheritance because all you're trying to do is get my house. All you're trying to do is get the blood that's on the inside of me. Y'all got to recognize, why are you so scared of him? Why are you scared of him? He can't multiply. He can't create. He can't do nothing. The devil can't do nothing. Do y'all hear the word come out of my mouth? The devil can't multiply. The devil can't create. He can only steal, kill, and destroy. Those three right there. Again, still, you scared of somebody who don't got rights. You scared of somebody who don't got rights. Make it make sense. He wasn't died for. You sin time and time again. But yet and still, God made sure that Jesus Christ came down for you. But when the enemy sinned, he didn't send Jesus down. You must mean something. I don't know. I don't know if I'm talking to somebody, but you must mean something to him. This is the year you cannot count yourself out. I want to prophetically speak that to somebody. This is the year you better not count yourself out. Screen record me if you want. Screenshot. I don't care. Put it in the chat. This is the year that I can't count myself out. You think everybody else is going to get it. Oh, they're going to get married. Oh, they're going to have the baby. Or they're going to get the house. Or they're going to get the breakthrough. Or they're going to get healed in their body. Why not you? And I just posted a word on my YouTube channel. The breaking of systems. Because I believe when you begin to break the system within you, then the system around you will begin to break too. Count me on my word. If you want to go on my YouTube channel, I already posted a video about it. But just like Hezekiah, there was a system on the inside of him. And when you start to believe, decree, and declare, I need to break the system in me so that I can break the system around me. And God has been saying that I put a system in you. But that system can't be found because you allowed other systems to come around you. Break those systems. Find out who you are. I don't know. I just feel like I got to speak life into somebody real quick. You are more than enough. You are qualified. God's saying that I chose you for such a time as this. That this is the year you cannot count yourself out. Because when you counted yourself out, I counted you in. And I need you to know that whatever it is that you are feeling in your spirit right now, God is saying it is yours. It is yours. Stop having doubt. Stop having fear. Stop thinking that you are low when you are actually high. He's saying this is your year. I know you've heard it time and time again, but the only difference was your belief. Your belief was off. Your tracker was off. You didn't have the ultimate GPS. You had your GPS. You had your map. You had control. But because you decided in this year that I'm going to release the thing, I'm going to trust you, God. I'm going to submit to you. I'm going to receive you. And you know what? If you said it, it shall be so. Then, baby, I need you to sit back and get ready, get ready, get ready. Just like my Bishop T.D. Jakes says, get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready to acquire. Get ready to gain. Get ready to see what no man in your family line has ever seen. Get ready to birth a new legacy. Get ready to have nations on nations. Get ready to speak to multitudes. I don't know. Somebody's going to speak to multitudes. Get ready to get healed from not just your mind, but your heart. It wasn't your body that needed healing. Your heart was sick. And when your heart began to heal, your body began to heal. He's saying that what looked dead is actually going to rise up and be resurrected. What looked like it was a drought. God is saying, I'm sending a river your way. I'm sending a river because if I send an ocean, you would drown. But I'm sending a river because that's more than enough for you. Some of you are asking for oceans and God is saying, I need you to call on a river. You got to know your capacity in this season. You can't count yourself out. God is saying, you've been feeling enlarged because I'm enlarging your capacity. You got to know what you've been praying for. It's a large territory. And if it's a large territory, he's got to enlarge your mind. He's got to enlarge your spirit. He's got to enlarge your prayer language. He's got to enlarge your belief system. He's got to enlarge your friend group. Sometimes, this can get controversial. But your friend group is too small. If your friend group isn't challenging your vision, if your friend group isn't praying for your dreams, if your friend group isn't asking the right questions, baby, get a new friend group. I don't know about y'all, but in 2026, you better be about it. This is kingdom business. I'm not playing. I'm not trying to make this all religious. This is principles too. I'm about my Father's business. You hear me? I stand 10 toes down for my dog. 10 toes down. I made his business my business. And what makes you think when you begin to make his business your business that he wouldn't open up the floodgates? What makes you think you've been suffering for his name's sake? You didn't even want to do this. Let me be real with y'all. Can I be real quick? Y'all watch my stories. Y'all been following. I got a lot of new followers now on TikTok and all this. And let me tell you something. The more that I see my followers go up, I'm not going to lie, the more I begin to get on my face. I'm not over here like, ooh, look at me, I'm getting famous. No. I'm getting on my face because all I can see is when I get on my face and I humble myself, because the word says, teachers, that you have to watch what proceeds out of your mouth. You have to watch what you begin to post. You have to watch what you begin to teach. You have to watch what you begin to share, because the children's blood are on your hands. You got to know that whatever you decide to serve onto the people, their blood is on your hands. So the larger the numbers get, then the more I have to humble myself and say, God, what is it that your children need in this hour? God, what is it in me that must be uprooted so that I don't bleed on your sons and daughters? That is the kind of mindset I've had to have in this season. That as you are beginning to put me up, that God, I don't want to be up. I want you to be up. I want them to say that ain't nothing but God. I don't want them to see Cree-Angel. I want them to see God. If they see Cree-Angel gonna mess it up. Can we be real? Cree-Angel gonna mess it up. But my God, who sustained me all the days of my life, when I put it in his hands, it's okay. I ain't worried about a thing nor a chicken wing. Do you hear me? I ain't worried about a thing nor a chicken wing. You think it's comfortable for somebody, and that's why I named this Let's Get the Record Straight. I've had people in my DMs talking about did God do it yet? Are you engaged yet? Did God make a way out of no way? Because last year, what they don't realize is they're starting to idolize marriage. I'm not idolizing that sucker. God is using me, and I don't want to be used. That's the thing. I said yes, but just because I said yes doesn't mean I'm okay with being used. Every day I'm being stretched. Every day I'm having to ask God, is this what you really want from me? I'm like, God, when you tell me stop, I'm pulling the plug. You think I want to post me trying on wedding dresses when there's not a Negro in sight? That's crazy faith. That's Noah building a freaking ark when there was no rain coming. Do you think I want to try on wedding rings when I don't have a roster nor a man in sight? But it's sounding like Noah when he was building the ark. Do you think that I want to go cake testing? Do you think I want to continue to pray for him? Like, do you think I want to do these things that look crazy to the world, but they're not crazy to God? That I just have to trust him? People DM me all the time. And then there's the other ones that be like, oh girl, you're idolizing it. Remember to put God at the top. Honey, I just want to be clear. You ain't got to remind me to put God at the top. Maybe you're just putting, I'll come to the place and space where maybe you're just putting your things on me. Maybe you're idolizing marriage. Because for me in my house, I'm not idolizing that bad boy. No, baby. No, baby. Because I see the cost. Marriage just puts yourself in the light. Marriage just shines everything on the inside. Do you think? Yes, it would be nice to have a companion. Yes, it would be nice to pour into somebody. Yes, it would be nice to be covered. Yes, it'd be nice to be protected and loved and have a partner. Those things are nice, but guess what? It's a mirror. It's a mirror. It's light on the dark, back and forth. You thought this was gonna be cute. Oh, I want a husband. Oh, I want a wifey. Are you ready to be naked? Are you ready to be naked? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Are you ready to be naked? That's marriage for you. Are you ready to be naked? Are you ready to sacrifice? Are you ready to surrender? Are you ready to submit? Now, again, I'm not married. Do y'all hear a man? Do y'all see a man? But it's the wisdom. It's the knowledge that he's given me. And I know it sounds crazy. Girl, you're single. But trust me, and those know what I'm talking about. When you get in that prayer closet and you build a relationship with God that you've never had before, and you continue to seek him day in and day out, do not think that God will not give you blueprints to something that no man has ever gotten before. He's always doing a new thing in the atmosphere. So why wouldn't he use you and partner with you to birth a new thing in the atmosphere? Y'all got to recognize what God put on the inside of you was a seed. You are his womb. And he planted a seed in you. There are giftings in you. There's prophecy in you. There's teaching in you. There's encouragement in you. There's love in you. There are things that he put in you that he needs you to birth. That's why he says to lean not on your own understanding, but lean unto me. Do not be transformed by this world, but be... Oh, God, help me, help me, help me. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Because when you look at your circle, when you begin to really say, you know what, God, you told me this, and you're standing by it, And you won't let it leave my spirit. And you won't let it leave my heart. And I've been really on my face about this thing. I just trust you. Your will, your bill. Point blank period. Your will, your bill. I really prophetically believe you cannot allow the voices of the outside dictate what God told you on the inside. You cannot allow what is happening out here to dictate in here. Don't let them tell you what God really said. Don't let them try to make you change your plans. Don't let them try to la. Because look, when people try to give me advice about what God is doing in my life, let me tell you something. It will be in alignment. If you cause confusion, then let my sheep know my voice. So we will know if that's the enemy or if that's God speaking. My sheep know my voice. So when someone is coming to you and all of a sudden you feel confused, it's not that they're wrong, but there was a spirit that got used to try to get to you. Some of you don't believe that the enemy can jump into anybody. They can jump in your husband, your wife, your child. Ooh, the spirit can jump in your children. When they be cutting up. I'm a teacher. I'm a coach. I'm a mentor coach. Woo! I can't tell you how many times them children allow the enemy to jump up in them. And they cut up. Oh, they cut up. And I know they don't mean to because they don't know. That's why they're open. They're vulnerable. And we got to do a better job of covering these children. We have to do a better job of speaking life into these kids because the enemy is like, you're an opening. Let me get in there. Let me tell this lady. Let me tell this woman. Let me say that, you know what? You're not a good mother. You're never good enough. I hate you. When really it's the enemy. That's not your child talking. That's the enemy. Your child over here cutting up saying, you're never here, Dad. You don't understand me. Why don't you ever listen to me? When you are working time and time again to provide for your family, you're working long shifts. You're trying to be a good husband. You understand that there's a high weight on you because you're the head and the head gets hit first before everybody else does, but yet and still you think it's your child. But that's the enemy. It's the spirit. And that's why you got to say, Satan, get behind me. I don't know about y'all, but when I have my babies and they want to cut up, they're going to be like, one thing my mom always said was, Satan, get behind me. Because if I acted out of the spirit, oh, baby, but my mama don't play that. And she don't. When my babies get to watch this years from now, they be like, one thing my mama don't play about is that spirit jumping in. Mama gonna cover the doorposts because mama wants her babies protected. Now, I can't, look, I'm a steward, I'm a cover. I ain't gonna helicopter. That's the difference. I know. Y'all like, girl, you ain't married. You ain't got no kids. You don't know what you're talking about, baby. Let me tell you something. As a coach, as a teacher, I'm with the parents' kids more than they are. I see your children Monday through Friday and maybe possibly in the after school program. Child, I'm with your child more than you with your child. So how you going to tell me? Okay. And then my club team, I see them Saturday and Sunday. Baby, I see the children more than I see myself. So I'm saying this to say, for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. For me and my house. Look. Parents, you cannot helicopter your child. You have to steward your child. Your child is going to go through things. Mary couldn't help that Jesus wouldn't go through what he went through. She couldn't. Some things you got to let your children go through. Jacob couldn't help that his son Joseph went through what he went through, but he had to let him go through it. He couldn't helicopter him. He couldn't watch him day in and day out with his brothers. And now, do y'all see what happens? They felt guilty. They grieved. The enemy got in their head and they began to do the same thing with Benjamin, the baby. Don't helicopter. Just steward them. Pray about their gifts. Ask God, what is it that you have birthed this child for? And if you have not had a child yet, pray for, like, cover your children before, cover your womb, cover your seed. Begin to say, God, not my will, but your will be done. Begin to speak unto me, God, what you have for your sweet son and daughter. Just ask him. I'm coming to a close because I'm not going to be here all night. I'm going to be a good steward because I got to get to bed after your girl. Go wake up at 4 in the morning. Woo! What they don't tell you about saying yes to God and being chosen is when he wake you up at them hours, them 3 to 3:30 to 4, 4:15, 4:30, 5, 6. Them hours, ain't nobody up. I be looking out the window. I see maybe 2 cars hit the highway. That's about it. Ain't nobody talk about them hours when they be so hard. Anyway, and I digress. But let's get the record straight. It's not easy to do what God has called you to do. It's not easy to say yes. It's not easy to move by faith and not by sight. It's not easy. But I can tell you it's so worth it. It is so worth it. So worth it. I know you probably look at people crazy when they were like, I would go back and do it all over again. I would literally go back and do it all over again, even though I know I went through hurt, even though I know I went through some pain. Why do I always think of the bad things, but I also think of the good things that came out of it? I would go through it all over again. If it gets me right where I am with this wisdom, with this love, with this language, with this belief, with this intentionality with God, I would do this all over again. I wouldn't replace it. I wouldn't say, God, you can take that one part out. Like my flesh might say that, but my spirit is so grateful that you allowed everything to work together for the good of those who love you and seek you according to your will and to your purpose. Because one thing about it and 2 things for sure, I always seek the Lord. Even when I fall, gotta seek him. Yes, I may feel shameful, but I seek you. Yes, I may feel pain, but I seek you. Yes, I may be having joy, but I seek you. Yes, I have laughter, but I seek you. Yes, I don't know, but I seek you. Yes, I may know, but I seek you. It doesn't matter. I seek you, I seek you, I seek you. I pray this word bless you. I pray this word will prosper you all the days of your life, that this wouldn't be a one-hit wonder and the other things. But I pray that this word will sustain you all the days of your life, that you would watch it back, that you would play it over and know that God spoke to me, that God actually didn't just speak to me, but he spoke through me, that he went through me and imparted something within my soul. I believe that God is saying, y'all, I've been saying this for months. You have not seen your best days yet. Just keep the faith. Keep pressing forward. Keep trusting God. And sooner or later, it'll turn in your favor. It's turning around for me. What they say? 'Cause it won't always be like this. The Lord will perfect that concern in me. Sooner or later, it'll turn in my favor. It's turning around for me. Oh, yes, it is. It's turning around for me. Just sing that to yourself. Believe it, decree it, declare it, and know that it is well, and well it is in his soul, okay? I love you, but God loves you. I see you, but God sees you 10 times completely more. And that's way ugly better, because as humans, we be condemning, judging, and doing things that so get out of pocket files, giving chuckles in that corner. Go be blessed. Have a blessed night. And until next time, Pookies, peace and blessings. Peace and bliss. Peace. I love you.